Hello everyone, welcome you back to the class of Japanese for Beginners 1. You're here with John Zen. What I'm trying to do here is to give you some answers and explanation about the quiz exercise on the page 45. I would like to explain this in details so you can learn how to tackle with the examination. So let's get started. The first part is for you to look for the particles. Japanese particles doesn't have meaning, but it will tell you the function of the word they follow. For example, number one, kochira and then blank, Sasaki, sang desu. The word kochira here is using for people. It's very polite. So let's say you can say this person, and then you're looking for the verb. The verb will be at the end of a sentence. So in this case, the verb is. So you want to say this person is Mr. Sasaki. Now, what we need here is the particle to point out the subject of the sentence. So we have particle wa, right? This wa will point out that this one is the subject of the sentence. Okay, number two. スミスさんは ABC フーズ弁護士です。So we want to say Mr. Smith is the lawyer of or from ABC Foods. So in this case, the particle that can connect noun and noun is particle no. Number three, ブラウさんはエンジニアです。弁護士です。And they give the answer engineer this. So this is a question. This is a question. And they ask you to choose between two things. A or B, engineer or the lawyer. So in this case, we say engineer ですか弁護士ですかブラウンさんはエンジニアですか弁護士ですか Is Mr. Brown an engineer or a lawyer? And then the person chose the answer. He's an engineer. Number four. これは私。本ではありません。Okay. Now we have noun and noun again here, right? And another thing, we already have wa. I want to point out that we can use wa only once in a sentence. I repeat myself again. You can use wa only once in a sentence because wa will point out the subject. So if wa here, so this one is already a subject, okay? You cannot use wa again. So the word that can connect noun and noun is no, right? So this is not the book of I, or we can simply say this is not my book, but it belongs to Suzuki-san. Suzuki-san no desu. Or in the meaning like Suzuki-san no hon desu. Number five, 会議 meeting 会議は9時11時です So we want to say the meeting is from 9 to 11. So the word from and to is 9時から11時まで会議は9時から11時までです The meeting is from 9 to 11. Number six, それいくらですか Now we want this to be a subject, right? So we say それはいくらですかそれはいくらですか How much is that? 3000円です And then he asks about another one. He asks about another one. But you see here, it is the same price. So instead of saying あれは3000円ですか we have to say あれも3000円ですか Is that also 3000 yen? So please remember that every time if something is repeating, like it's the same price, it's the same person, it's the same career, we need to use mo instead of wa for the second sentence. いいえ、3000円ではありません。3800円です。It's not 3000, it's 3800. Number 7, そのビール that beer, 5 bottles. 5本ください. Okay, so we want 5 bottles of beer. Which one is the object of the sentence? The object of the sentence is we want the beer, right? So the particle that using with object is particle o. So o will be behind the beer because we want the beer. And how much do we want? How many? We want 5 bottles. So after the counting numbers, no particle. Because the original sentence is そのビールをください. I want that beer. But how many? I want 5. そのビールを5本ください. Alright. The last one, number 8. それはどこカメラですか? ドイツです. Okay, we want to say the camera is made from where? It's made from Germany. So when you say from where, どこ means where. From where is どこのドイツのです。それはどこのカメラですか? Is that camera from where? ドイツのです is from Germany. Okay, I think you got the idea about the particles. So let's move on to the next clip for part number 2.